Come on, please cheer up.
What makes you think I can cheer up after what just happened?
She's just having a hard time adjusting.
What? You need to step up as a father when I'm being treated like this and you're just watching.
I'm trying my best to balance everything.
Balance what, exactly? Your daughter's abuse and my feelings?
What can I do? She's at a difficult age.
Difficult age? She's already 22.
I know, but it's complicated for Emily. Having a woman only about 10 years older than her suddenly appear and being told, "This is your mother now?" It's not something easy to accept.
Stop making excuses for her behavior. When does it end?
She just needs more time.
I understand if she can't accept me. I could even handle being ignored. But I can't understand being verbally abused and having a fire extinguisher sprayed at me.
About that incident.
Don't you dare defend that.
Well, the verbal abuse aside, the fire extinguisher thing wasn't on purpose. She was trying to dispose of an old one and it slipped.
Are you serious right now? Slipped? So she accidentally pulled the pin, aimed the hose at me, and squeezed the lever to spray? How is that even possible?
You're making it sound worse than it was.
I was there. I know exactly what happened.
Come on, don't get so worked up. The point is it wasn't intentional.
You keep saying that word, intentional. Everything she does is intentional. Of course it was intentional. You should discipline her properly as her father.
I can't be too harsh on her.
Being a father means setting boundaries.
You're her mother now, aren't you? You have responsibility for her too.
Don't put this back on me. I've tried everything. I've tried talking to her many times, but she won't listen. And now she's spraying fire extinguishers at me? Fine, whatever. Keep taking your daughter's side. I just won't handle the wedding anymore.
Wait, please don't do this. That's not what we agreed on. I'm in trouble if you say that now. We've already booked the venue. Emily specifically wanted it in Hawaii.
Oh, now you're concerned? How convenient. You make the reservation and expect me to pay.
I know I should have discussed it first.
Should have. You made massive financial decisions without even talking to me.
I apologized for that already. Look, she lost her mother when she was young, and it's been just the two of us. We were poor, and I was always working, never really being a proper father. That's why I want to at least give her a perfect wedding day.
Fine, I get it. I'm just the wallet for this perfect day. How could I say no when you put it like that? God. Why am I in this situation? Why can't I say no to you people?
I really appreciate everything you do.
It doesn't feel like you do.
I'm sorry. With my low income, a Hawaii wedding is completely out of reach. I know it's pathetic to ask my wife, who's 8 years younger, for something like this, but I can't be picky right now. For Emily's sake.
You always say that, for Emily's sake. What about my sake?
I know. I owe you for everything. You know how grateful I am, don't you?
All right, I'll cover the wedding costs. But if you want to be a proper father, you need to think about disciplining her too. I'm always the one getting the short end of the stick.
I promise things will get better after the wedding.
You've been promising that for 2 years.
Yeah, okay, I understand.
Do you really? Because nothing ever changes. Hey, I heard from Dad that you're planning to come to Hawaii. I don't want someone like you there. Really? And why is that? Because you don't belong there. Simple as that. What's your problem now? Just so you know, I don't want to go either. Then don't come. Problem solved. You're a real brat. You know that? Wow, what an attitude for someone who's supposed to be a mother. You're definitely not worthy of being at my sacred venue. Sacred venue? The one I'm paying for? Honestly, you only calling me mother when it's convenient. Listen, I haven't forgotten about the fire extinguisher incident. Are you still going on about that? That just slipped, remember?
Don't give me that BS. How convenient that it slipped exactly like that.
You're so dramatic. It was just a little accident. Dad said so too, right? Besides, you shouldn't be so harsh on a delicate young lady like me.
You're 22. You're a grown adult, and you're definitely not delicate. A delicate young lady doesn't destroy other people's property.
At least I'm not ancient like you.
Then you'll be ancient in 10 years' time too. Remember that.
You're so annoying. Aren't you embarrassed arguing toe-to-toe with a young person like me? Old lady.
I'm embarrassed that a 22-year-old acts like a toddler. You little... You're so infuriating. What a brat.
That's so mean. I'm shocked. Oh God, I'm tearing up. I can barely see.
Drop the act. It's getting old.
You're just jealous because I'm young and pretty.
Impressive you can still text while your vision is so blurry.
Oh no, I'm so dizzy I accidentally wandered into your room.
Huh? Don't you dare.
Too late.
What?
Oh no, I can't see anything and I'm bumping into everything in the room. Ah, I heard something break. I'm scared.
Get out of my room right now.
Everything's falling to the floor around me. Oh, I think I stepped on something.
Wait, stop. I have work equipment in there. Okay, I'm sorry, just stop.
Oops, was that expensive? My bad.
Emily!
I want to leave this room, but I can't. I keep hearing things breaking. This is all because the fake mom said such horrible things to me.
I swear if you break one more thing...
She's threatening me.
Wait, stop. Please, just stop. I'm begging you.
Maybe if you were nicer to me. Oh, I'm so dizzy.
Hey! You really did a number on my room, huh? It's impressive how thoroughly you managed to wreck everything.
Maybe next time you'll think twice before being mean to me.
I had important work equipment in there.
Should have thought about that before making me cry. Well, that's what you get. By the way, I have something to tell you.
What? What now?
I'm not inviting a fake mom to my Hawaii wedding. Dad's on my side too, so don't you dare come.
Is that really what you want?
Obviously. Don't come no matter what. Got it?
And Mark's really okay with this?
Yeah, he said if you don't want to come, you don't have to.
Interesting. Very interesting. Fine, I won't go, but whatever happens isn't my problem.
Nothing bad will happen. Everything will be perfect. If anything, my happiness will just double.
We'll see about that. Oh, really?
There's no obligation to invite a fake mom to a $70,000 wedding.
$70,000?
Yeah, amazing, right? Someone like you doesn't deserve to be there. Don't show up on the day or else.
Or else what?
Just stay away. That's all you need to know.
Look, you shouldn't deliberately provoke Sarah like that. Not inviting her is fine, but doing it this way...
Are you seriously lecturing me right now?
No, but...
Then what? Are you taking that woman's side?
No, that's not it, but...
But what? We talked about this.
I just think we should be more careful.
Not inviting her is non-negotiable, right? Because Jessica's coming. We had to find a way to keep her away.
I know, but there might be consequences. There must have been a more peaceful way. I'll try to smooth things over.
Dad, stop being so weak about this. Why are you being such a coward? You're going to divorce her anyway, so who cares? No need to smooth things over, just make her angry.
Well, that's true, but if she gets too angry, she might not pay.
Then stick to the plan. Jessica already bought her ticket.
But...
Stop being so wishy-washy. I hate when you're like this.
I just don't want anything to go wrong.
Everything will be fine if you just do as I say.
Okay, fine.
Remember why we're doing this. Oh, and make sure you get the money for when you elope with Jessica. That woman's only good for her money anyway. Squeeze out every last drop.
I know. Just don't write things like that in text.
Did you tell Sarah about the hotel yet?
Not exactly.
Dad, the wedding's coming up soon.
I'll handle it, don't worry.
You better. Jessica's excited about helping me get ready.
Just be patient, everything will work out.
It better. I didn't put up with that woman for 2 years for nothing.
Emily.
What? It's true. We both know why you married her.
Still, we should be careful what we put in writing.
Fine. Just make sure you get the money transferred before the wedding.
I will, trust me.
And the extra $30,000?
That's taken care of too. She doesn't suspect anything.
Perfect. Soon we'll never have to deal with her again.
Just act normal until then.
Don't worry about me. Worry about keeping your nerve.
I can handle it.
Good, because I'm not letting anything ruin this wedding.
Hey, what's going on? You need to transfer the wedding payment quickly or we can't hold the ceremony.
No, I'm not planning to pay.
What? You can't do this to us now?
Yes, I can. I have every right.
What? What do you mean? We made a deal. We're already in Hawaii.
A deal requires honesty from both sides.
This isn't the time for games.
How much was the wedding cost again?
I told you, it's $100,000.
That's weird, because Emily said it was $70,000.
She must have misunderstood.
What's the extra $30,000 for? What's going on here?
You're misunderstanding everything.
Am I?
No, I mean, that's just Emily's misunderstanding. The wedding really does cost $100,000.
Then tell me the venue. I'll pay them directly. No need to go through you, right?
That's not necessary.
I think it is.
We can deal with this later. The ceremony's getting delayed. Are you really going to inconvenience the groom's side and all the guests just because of your personal grudge?
Don't try to guilt trip me and all the guests. How many guests are actually there? Hardly anyone could come to Hawaii, so it was just going to be immediate family, right? That's why you asked me for the money, because you wouldn't get enough wedding gift money to cover it.
Well, yes, but the groom and his parents are still here. Are you trying to break their hearts?
Don't blame me for your lies falling apart. That's your responsibility, isn't it? You wanted to pretend you were covering all the costs, so the responsibility falls on you.
You're playing dirty. You're being completely unreasonable.
I'm playing dirty. You're the one who tried to use me as your personal ATM and even tried to squeeze an extra $30,000 out of me. That's really low.
No, you're misunderstanding, really.
If it's a misunderstanding, then tell me the venue. That would prove it, right?
Well, I can't right now.
Just be honest. You can't talk your way out of this anymore.
Fine, you want honesty? I needed money. You're loaded. What's $30,000 to you?
So now you're just admitting it? That's betrayal.
Shut up. Don't act so high and mighty. I had no choice. You couldn't possibly understand how I feel.
And you think I understand how it feels to be scammed out of $30,000 by my husband? Anyway, I'm not paying.
Sarah, please. Wait, hold on. What about the hotel costs today?
What? You were planning to make me pay for the hotel too?
Well, I told you about that, didn't I? We've already made the reservation, said we'd pay on the day.
No, you didn't tell me anything. I don't even remember agreeing to that. You thought I couldn't refuse if you asked once you all got there, right? I'm sad to see how you've just been using me. I'm embarrassed I even felt sympathetic enough to help with the wedding costs.
Damn you! You won't get away with this, ruining Emily's special day!
Hey, what's going on? Why can't we have the ceremony? You said you had everything under control.
Emily, calm down.
Explain!
Well, yes, but there's been a slight mishap.
What kind of mishap? Where's the money? Jessica came all this way too. We managed to keep that woman away and everything was going smoothly until now.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Emily, but today's wedding is canceled.
What? What do you mean? We rented the dress, paid for round-trip tickets. Do you know how much money we're losing?
I know. I'm really sorry. Also, about tonight's accommodation.
Don't you dare tell me there's a problem with the hotel too.
Well...
Wait, stop. I don't know if I want to hear this. We're supposed to be in that luxury beachfront hotel, right? The suite with the villa? That's what I heard.
About that. Well, there's this motel by the highway you could stay in instead.
You've got to be kidding me. A motel? Like those places where shootouts happen in movies?
No, nothing like that. It'll be fine. Dad will protect you.
Protect me? You can't even protect my wedding day. Are you kidding me? You ruined both the wedding and our hotel stay. Some protection that is. You haven't protected anything.
Please understand. I really am sorry.
Sorry doesn't fix this disaster. Forget it. I'm cutting ties with you, Dad.
Wait, Emily, that's too harsh. Emily, please don't say that.
Harsh? You want to talk about harsh? You're the one being harsh. This was supposed to be my once-in-a-lifetime special day. How are you going to make up for ruining it? Hey, you! Looks like my wedding got canceled today because of you.
Oh, finally ready to talk to me directly.
Explain yourself.
There's nothing to explain. I just didn't pay. Your father was in charge, so it's his responsibility.
You knew exactly what you were doing. How could you be so mean? You're just a bitter old lady who gets off on competing with young people.
Is that what you think this is about? Competition? I'm not competing. I'm just exercising my basic rights. It's my money. I can choose how to use it.
You? Damn it. I didn't even know you were supposed to pay for the wedding.
Really? Then why were you so keen to keep me away? And you knew you were using me for money. Well, I have the right to fight back against that too.
Whatever. You're nothing compared to Jessica.
Jessica? You mean your father's mistress who you worship as a mother?
Oh, so you know about that already. Well, that makes things easier. At least she cares about me. You're not fit to be my mother. You were just used as a cash cow, then tossed aside. That's all you were to us.
And how's that working out for you now? I admit I was fooled, but it's pretty rich being taunted by people who couldn't even afford a decent wedding without my money.
Shut up! Anyway, you're just a fake. Jessica is the one who deserves to be my mom.
Then why isn't Jessica paying for your wedding?
Ugh.
Comments like that just make me even less interested in helping financially. What exactly are you trying to achieve here?
You don't understand anything. It just pisses me off how high and mighty you act. You're just a stepmom who nags all the time, while Jessica accepts everything without complaining.
Well then, go ask her for help.
I can't. Look, I get why you're mad at us, but try to understand Dad's feelings too. He raised me alone. We were always poor. But he wanted to give his daughter a grand wedding. That's all he wanted.
A grand wedding? By cheating on me and using me as an ATM? Sounds like quite the fun life.
It wasn't supposed to be like this. No, it's not cheating exactly. Dad was just looking for someone more suitable to be my mother.
That's literally what cheating is.
You don't understand our situation.
All right, well, I might have a solution. If you can find a church in Hawaii that can do the wedding within a week, I might consider paying for it.
What? Is this another trick?
No tricks, just conditions. I really don't want to show any mercy because I'm so angry, but I feel bad for causing trouble for the groom's side.
You're serious? Really? You'd do that?
Yes, but on one condition, you'll have to pay me back for the damage to my room. You're an adult, after all. Plus, you need to tell your fiancé everything honestly. How you and your father betrayed me. That's the real reason the wedding couldn't happen.
But that's... I can't tell him that.
Then no deal. If you don't like it, that's fine. Goodbye.
No, wait. Wait, I understand. I promise I'll tell my fiancé everything.
Everything, including Jessica. Don't try to hide anything. I can easily contact them.
Okay. But about the room. How much is the room damage going to cost?
Well, I don't know exactly, but let's say around $30,000.
You can't be serious. What? That's total robbery.
Think about your actions next time. Actually, it's pretty cheap considering there was important work equipment in there. Think about it. I make enough to casually drop $100,000 on your wedding. Causing total damage to my room? $30,000 is a bargain. Of course, if you can't pay, that's totally fine.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? Fine, I get it. I'll pay somehow. Just please let me have the wedding.
Then hurry up and find a church. I'll think about it once you do.
I hate you so much right now. Damn it. I found one. Please tell me you're serious about this. Hey, Sarah, please answer me. I found one at the location I just sent on the map. It's affordable, has an ocean view, and barely needs any preparation. We can do it right away with just the paperwork and payment.
Wow, that was fast. Now, one more condition.
No, not again. What now? Why are you adding more conditions? That's not fair.
Fair? Like destroying my room was fair? Well, it's more like a basic obligation than a condition. Me paying for your wedding isn't a favor. You'll definitely need to pay me back.
You can't be serious. What? So I have to pay for both the room damage and the wedding? That's ridiculous.
Is it? Think carefully about your position here. What's ridiculous about paying for damage you caused and paying for your own wedding?
Well, But that's so much money.
You could always ask Jessica. Of course, you could ask your father for help too, but he'll have to pay me divorce settlement money and he's already broke, so that might be tough.
I have no choice, do I? Okay, fine. I'll definitely pay you back for the wedding costs too, so please front the money for now. I've been looking forward to this for so long.
Smart decision. All right, I'll send the money to your father.
Thank you. Maybe we could start over. From now on, we can be proper family.
Don't. Stop that. We're strangers now.
Huh? But I thought...
You don't get to play happy families now. I don't consider Mark my husband anymore. That's why I've been calling him your father this whole time.
Can't we try to fix things? I mean, weren't we just having a reconciliation moment?
Nope, this is strictly business. I don't know anything about moments. This whole thing has made me sick of you all. We're not family anymore.
I really am sorry. But thank you. I'm sorry we did such terrible things.
Actions have consequences. I hope you learned that. Anyway, let's skip the emotional stuff. Just have your wedding and pay me back. That's all I want.
I understand. I promise I'll pay you back.
My, how polite Emily has become. I'm so moved I'm tearing up. My vision's getting blurry.
Wait, hold on. Don't you dare.
Oh, I feel so dizzy. Oops, I accidentally wandered into your room.
Hey, wait! There's no need for revenge!
What's wrong? I thought accidents happen.
That's not funny!
Oh dear, I might break something, but that's okay, right? It's not my fault if I break things. It's not on purpose. My hand just slipped.
Please stop! Come on, that's mean! Stop it!
Just kidding. Not so fun when it happens to you, is it? But now you know how it feels to be on the receiving end.
Sarah, about everything. Hey, Sarah, thank you for everything this time.
Save it. Don't give me that thank you crap. You're the one I'll never forgive.
Well, can we talk?
No need. Emily told me everything.
I know I messed up.
Yeah, you did. And I want a divorce.
Yeah, we'll get divorced. I accept that. I've caused you so much trouble, always thinking about Emily and never considering my wife. I betrayed you terribly. I'm really sorry.
Spare me the apologies. I don't need any of that either. I seriously don't understand you. As soon as we get back from Hawaii, we're getting divorced, and you're paying me settlement money.
I'm sorry.
By the way, what were you planning to do with that extra $30,000? Tell me the truth for once.
This is hard to say, but I was planning to elope with Jessica.
With my money? You really are something else. How many times were you going to betray me before you were satisfied?
It wasn't my idea, I swear! Emily really liked her, and I wasn't really into the idea, but I thought she'd be a better mother.
Wow, still blaming Emily? You're truly rotten to the core.
You're right. I'm pathetic. I'll make this up to you. I really am sorry.
What even is this? Getting an apology and divorce settlement doesn't begin to make up for this. When we get home, I'm going to spray you with a fire extinguisher. Be ready for that. Then you'll really see how it feels. They managed to have their wedding in Hawaii after all. Though they had to stay in a cheap motel, I heard they still made some decent memories. Emily is apparently enjoying newlywed life with her husband now, though they're living paycheck to paycheck because of the payments to me. I apologized to her husband for causing him so much trouble, but he said he understood my actions after learning the whole story and married her knowing everything. I have no idea how such a horrible person managed to catch such a nice guy. Mark, after our divorce was finalized and he paid the settlement, is now living in extreme poverty. He's working so many jobs that he barely gets to see Emily anymore. He's probably feeling pretty lonely since he couldn't let go of her before. As for me, I'm living alone in the house where the three of us used to live. I don't have to worry about getting sprayed with fire extinguishers anymore, and every day is peaceful and fun.
Zane, where are you at right now? Both your parents are here right now at home with me, and they said they won't be going home until you get here. So could you please come back and tell them to go home for me?
What? Then just let them both stay there with you.
Not gonna happen. Those two are far too much for me to deal with for more than a few hours. Just a second ago, I took some cookies that I had made earlier for them out so that they could have something to eat, and they took all of them and smashed them on the kitchen floor. They also spilled all of the coffee I made for them out onto the floor. All they keep doing is complaining about what I do, and it's starting to drive me up the wall.
How about you just deal with all of that? They're both my parents, and you're my wife, so you figure out what to do in order to make them happy.
You're being irrational right now. Now hurry up and come back here.
All your whining is driving me nuts. Are you really in the place to be whining to me like that? No, you're not, right? I happen to be a CEO and am the one taking care of you now. In other words, I'm amazing. Where are you living at right now? You're living at my house now, right?
I get that, but
I have no idea why you still exist right now as my housewife if all you're gonna do is whine for my help. There's no value in you. Perhaps I got married to trash?
there's no way you're saying that about me right now. And the only reason I ever became a housewife is because that's what you asked me to do, Zane. I told you plenty of times that I wanted to keep working, but every time you told me no. And not only you, but your parents as well told me no to that.
Stop talking back to me, you ugly woman. Oh, and by the way, pretty soon here my parents are going to be living with us for good.
What?
I know that before I said I wouldn't let my parents come and live with us before getting married, but that was a lie. So go and start cleaning their rooms up for them to sleep in. And if you can't do that for me soon, I'm not forgiving you. Having the trash go around cleaning up trash is such a hilarious thing to do.
Marley, in a little bit here, I'll be coming back to the States. What would you like me to pick you up as a souvenir? Faye! Oh, you don't have to pick me anything up from there. Hey, come on. You're always having to take care of my crappy little brother, so consider this a reward for doing so. Are you coming home with your husband? Yes. He finished up all of his work out here and is heading back to the States as well with me. Now, how have those idiots been? They haven't been treating you too badly, right? Let's just say I've been at my limits with them sometimes. I'm really sorry about them. The fact that your parents and mine chose to force you both to get married really is like something from the past. But my father's factory has been a major customer of Zane's company, so it all kind of makes sense. And about all of that, I don't think you're going to need to care about it anymore really soon here. What? Are you sure about that? I am. Which means after I'm back, you are more than welcome to give up on my family and leave. In my case, I've really regretted never being around long enough to help you out with them. That's why this time, once I'm back home, I ask that you use me however you need to. All right? Thank you so much for your help. Then, I guess I will use you for some things.
Hey, ugly woman, you did your job and finished up all the cleaning and chores inside the house, right?
I told you before that I do not want to live together with your parents, right?
You really are such a selfish jerk, aren't you? It's way too late for you to be saying that to me now. You think you have any say in what my family does now? For a slave, you really are a mouthy one.
For a slave? I have no idea what you're talking about right now, Zane.
The only thing a housewife ever does is make the food, clean the house, and do the laundry, right? In other words, you're like my family's slave. And as your master, you should be doing everything that I say without question, right? Are you really that stupid?
How disgusting.
Doesn't matter what you think anyway, because all of my parents' things are on the way there now and will be arriving pretty soon. This time, I'm gonna forgive you for being such a rude dog. I really am such a kind man, aren't I? And as for the room you've been using, it's gonna become my mom's room now. You can go sleep in the closet from now on, all right? Be thankful that you even have a floor to still sleep on, slave.
Ugh, all right then. I'll clean up my room for her.
How obedient of you! Had you been acting like that from the start for me, everything would be so much less stressful. Seems that you finally started to turn into a good wife for me, huh? Well, I'll leave all of that stuff up to you now.
If you start to regret your actions, I won't be around wiping away your tears.
Huh? What are you talking about? For someone that I'm allowing to live in my house right now, what kind of a behavior is that? Hello? Where's your answer at? Can you even hear me anymore? Are you on your period or something now? Hey, Hey, you freaking bitch! Where the hell are you right now? Hey! Answer your damn phone right now, bitch! You went and said something to my older sister, didn't you? And that's why things have turned into this freaking mess now. When you get back here, I'll make you rethink ever talking to her. I'll be slapping the hell out of you until you can no longer see out of your eyes.
I'm going to perceive what you just said to me as a threat, okay?
As my slave, what the hell do you think you're doing right now? You explain everything to me this instant.
Wouldn't it be faster for you to ask your older sister about what's happened? I'm sure that she'd love to talk to you. After all, it was her that had you all moved out of there.
About her.
When I married you, you were already living in that house. However, I never knew that the place wasn't yours and that you were tasked with just taking care of it while someone else has been away. And that someone happens to be Faye, right? Because that house you and I had been in is hers. You had just been borrowing it from her, right? So when she decided that it was time to have her house demolished, the only choice you have now is to leave her house.
Why are you talking about all of that now? I knew what she was saying to me was because of you.
I don't have any clue what you're talking about. That house happens to be Faye's, and when it comes to what she wants to do with it, that is up to her, right? You started out by acting all arrogant by saying that house was yours and has always been yours when I was around. But in reality, even though you're the CEO of your own company, you can't afford to buy your own house.
That's because a house as large and as modern as this one is. And even though I'm a CEO, I'm only in charge of a very small company. There's no way someone like myself would ever be able to buy such a massive house like hers.
So you're finally going to open up to me about that? Probably due to all the shame you're feeling now.
Huh? Are you in any position to be saying something about someone besides yourself, especially when all you are is a housewife?
I've managed to buy my own house before.
What?
The house that my parents are both living in right now was the house I bought. And the name on that house is mine. When you and I had to get married, I chose to lend the house to them to stay in. Before I was forced by you and your parents to leave my job, I was like Faye, working as a self-employed freelancer. But before long, my dad's father came crying to me asking for my help in order to keep his factory from being taken over. I was left with no other choice but to leave my home that I had just bought and marry a man like you. Although I have to say, you're a lot worse than I first imagined you could be. Man, I'd really love to go back to working as a consultant again.
I don't care about all of that.
And the thing about you is even though you say your business is very small, I don't find that a good enough reason for why you can't afford your own house. There has to be another reason behind you not having the money, right? Could it be that you're having to pay off your own debt?
What?
Right on the mark, huh? Anyway, how about you start looking for a new place to go live? And you have to start thinking about all of the things your parents just sent over. I'm sure having to manage all of their things during the move out is going to be tough for you, but try your best to get out before being bulldozed.
Hey, where the hell are you right now? You get your ass back to this house right now.
No thanks. I have no idea what you could possibly want to do to me back there, especially after that threat you were just making to me. Good luck dealing with all of that crap on your own now.
Hey, Faye, do you really want to see Mom, Dad, and I struggle so badly that you take things this far? Are you having fun doing all of this to us? Is this your idea of getting revenge for what happened, huh?
What kind of disgusting creep has crawled back to me? Am I really related to something as vulgar as this slug? Scary.
Shut the hell up! I'm asking you if you're wanting to make us all go through hell here.
You're the ones that chose a path that would lead you all into hell, right? Consider this the three of you getting exactly what was coming for you, all right?
Shut your goddamn mouth! Do you think you're smart for doing something like this to me? I happen to be a company CEO, all right? I got this company from Uncle Stan and have become an amazing CEO.
You were not given that company. It was passed on to you after Uncle Stan passed away, and there was nobody else wanting to take it. Well, I shouldn't say nobody, as some of the company's employees wanted to. However, someone had another idea. Someone decided it would be better to threaten those employees in order to get that position. Then, that's when you heard about a customer the company had been involved with and how it was one of the major factories in town, right? And you were trying to take it away from the family who owned it, right?
How dare you talk to me like you know anything when all you did was leave the house right after graduating high school?
Does that have anything to do with what I'm talking about? Anything at all? If you think you can catch me off guard by changing to a topic like that, then you're hopeless.
Excuse me? I am not hopeless. Now you stop playing around with me right now and listen to what I have to say.
No thanks. Back to what I was saying. Do you not feel bad at all for what you've done and said to Marley? Due to your crappy character, the moment you would ever make a girlfriend, they would leave you or ghost you, knowing damn well you were no good. So in order to get yourself a woman that you could marry, you went to that family who owned that factory and made a deal with them that would save their factory and allow you to take their daughter, right?
That was one of my best strategies right there.
Excuse me? What you've done is pathetic on so many levels. And the fact that your parents were okay with that makes them complete dog crap. And because you were afraid of what I'd have to say about you doing that, you all blocked me while I was overseas, right? Absolute filth. All three of you assholes are. I hear that both of Marley's parents feel guilty now for what they'd done to her, and I don't blame them. After what they put her through, I wouldn't be surprised if she left them for dead. I mean, she just had to go through hell with you and your parents, all because you are less than human, and seem to think you can do whatever you want with women. But that's no longer going to happen now that she's free from your grasp. And I'm here now to finish you off.
What? What the hell do you mean by that?
I've learned that the factory that both of Marley's parents run no longer needs to maintain a contract with your company anymore.
What?
I had been looking for a long time trying to find if there were other companies out there that would be willing to work with their factory, and I finally found some. It turns out the products that Marley's parents' factory creates are very much needed by other companies. They all happen to be very large companies, especially the first one I found, and would be far better groups to work with than your small little business. Just a few weeks ago, they started their first line of products for that main company, and it turns out that the company loved what they produced for them, and now a contract has been made. So in terms of your company, a business is no longer needed.
What? Huh?
So if you were going to try and threaten ending that contract, it's no use now. Marley's parents no longer need you.
What the hell are you doing getting in the way of my plan? Go and screw yourself, you freaking hag! I see now. That's what allowed for Marley to get the confidence to just leave me like she did. You've really gone and done the most useless thing now to me.
Thank you so much for the praise, but I'm not at all happy about it. At least Marley no longer needs to put up with your guys' crap, and we don't need to worry about whatever the hell you three go through. Because that's what you all frickin' deserve.
Crap!
But before you've delved completely into hell, you probably won't be the CEO of that company anymore.
What? Well, what are you talking about?
Well, ever since you took charge of that company, plenty have noticed how little you guys are beating your margins by. And soon, all of your company's shareholders will no longer enjoy having you as the CEO of the company. Back when Uncle Stan was still around, I always loved going with him into work there. And sometimes he'd take me to his shareholder meetings where I'd get to learn about all kinds of stuff from them. And what I learned most of all is that when the shareholders are upset, they go for the CEO first. I heard that at their last meeting talking about you and the company, they decided on having you removed from your position.
Huh? What are you talking about right now?
How wonderful, right? Both Mom and Dad wanted to stop working, so they both went into retirement earlier than most people. And since I was the only person left around that the shareholders could openly trust, they understood what I explained to them with no questions asked. They no longer want you going into work anymore. So you can stop going there and make Uncle Stan's company look like a joke. You no longer have any allies around you.
You're lying. You have to be freaking lying. You're just making up those lies in order to try and scare me off, right?
Someone embezzling money from the company has no right whining like that about lying.
What? What?
After a little bit of investigating, I knew what was going on. When an idiot gets to work doing the illegal, there is usually a large mess left in their wake that's easy to follow. It's because of what you've been up to that you hadn't had any money and had to borrow my place. How awful it must be to be some kind of money-wasting person like yourself.
Everything. You know everything about all of the things that I've done. This is why I've always hated your guts ever since we were kids. You're nothing but a nosy bitch. And that's how you've always been able to act like you can look down on me like you're someone special.
Good work taking all that time to think of yourself as the victim here. But don't go around saying that to everyone, because someone here has been talking a lot of crap to a poor girl that I know. That poor girl being me, because you've always had both mom and dad behind you, always treating me like I'm worthless, right? I guess that's what happens when our parents only ever wanted a boy and couldn't have cared less about what you did and said to me. How unsightly. Now, you figure the rest out on your own, all right? Bye-bye.
Hey, Marley, where the hell are you at right now? Hey, reply to me right now! You and I are still married, aren't we?
Not really, considering I want to get a divorce from you now. And as of right now, I'm working on all of the paperwork so that I can do just that.
Huh? What do you think you're doing all of that without my permission? Are you really going to abandon your own husband now?
Sure am. There is no point in us being married to one another anymore, so...
Why the hell are you acting so distant from me now? Stop trying to act like we're strangers now.
But we're about to be, and even now you feel like one to me.
I will not allow that. If you go and stab me in the back now too, I will not forgive you.
You think I really care what you think of me anymore? I got a call from my parents, all right. They were both apologizing to me so much that I grew tired of hearing their voices. But the main thing I got out of talking with them is that they no longer need to work with your company anymore. They were helped in finding plenty of new companies to work with now and will no longer be working with a smaller company like yours. Faye's really cool hooking all of those massive companies up with my parents' products.
Did you ask for her to do that? And that's why things have ended up like this now?
Don't you start acting like you're the victim in all of this, Zane. She told me that she wanted to help me in any way possible, so I asked for her help with divorcing you. You having to lose that house of yours and you having to lose your position as the CEO of that company are not my problem and have nothing at all to do with me.
That's not true at all. You go and talk with my sister right now about all of this and make sure she takes back everything she said she'd do.
There's no way to take things back that have already been put into motion. For example, all of those horrible things you did in the past to us.
Jeez, I get it already. I get it. You want me to take responsibility for all the bad things I've done, right? I can do that. Then will you be happy with me? I can even start to treat you like a bit more of a person from now on, even if you're still a mess. Look at that. I'm being nice now, right? And it's not like either of my parents have ever really hated you any. Please understand that for me. So please, let's go back to being in good spirits with one another. I get that you happen to have a pretty stubborn side to yourself, and from now on I'll forgive you for that and still love you the way I should have been.
Huh? Frickin' gross.
What?
Stop trying to conclude all of this for me without my opinion. I'm not going to try and talk Faye out of what she's doing. And I am most definitely going to get a divorce from you. Having to be a housewife to such a frickin' dick of a husband was so very, very, very bad for my mental state that I almost broke down on hundreds of occasions.
And I'm not going to allow you to divorce me. Stop trying to take over our marriage like that. You are my wife of all people. When I'm in a pinch like this, it's your job to come and help me out of it. Go and talk with your father as well. Tell him to stop thinking about ending that contract with me and ruining your husband's life.
I have no reason to do any of that for you. If anything, I'm going to thank my parents when all of this is over. And I'm going to be suing you. Both you and your parents will be going to court to face me.
You're suing us for doing what?
Stop trying to play dumb with me now, you jackass. Every single day, the three of you would harass me and would call me a slave while also treating me like one. Anytime one of you wouldn't like my cooking, instead of saying so like an adult, you'd throw it on the ground and make me clean it up. You guys would all go into my room when I wasn't around and take things like my brand bags and clothing and sell them to make some quick cash. And in the middle of the night, when you were looking for someone to help you get off, you'd come and start doing me without my consent before I could even get out of bed.
Hey!
Whenever one of you would get frustrated, you'd take the closest thing to you and chuck it at me. And the last time that happened, your bitch of a mom took her coffee and threw it at my face with freshly poured coffee in it that burnt my face. Man, oh man. When all of those things would happen, I just wanted to go to my parents and tell them to throw their whole factory away so I didn't have to suffer anymore. But even I knew that the factory my parents loved was something I needed to protect, so I continued to bear the pain. But I don't need to bear it anymore.
Wait a second. Calm down for me. You're getting so emotional now that you're making yourself look like the victim here.
I am not making myself look like the victim. I am the victim. And if you don't want to accept that, wait until you see all the audio and video recordings I've captured. For the past year that I've been married to you, I'll have everyone see just what kind of husband I have had to live with inside his sister's home.
Wait, recordings? When did you start recording everything?
From the very start, Zane. I knew that there was something seriously wrong with you, and I didn't want to end up on the short end of the stick. And considering you never cleaned or anything, you never came across the microphones I placed, or the cameras. I was worried about your parents noticing, however, and that's why I was telling you not to let them move in with us. Having to go and recover all those recordings with them around all the time was tough for me. But thankfully, I was able to take my time and was able to get everything I needed out of that house before your sister started her plans of destroying the place.
Hey! Please don't tell me that you're going to hand all of those recordings in, right?
I'm going to, no matter what. I hope you're able to tell just how bad things are going to be for you three now. And of course, I'm filing criminal complaints about you all, so expect the police to take part in the court cases later. Next time we talk face to face, let's make it about the divorce, though, more than anything else, all right?
Wait, please. I promise to let you leave me, just as long as you don't turn any of those recordings in. If you end up doing that to me, then my life as a whole is going to be ruined. I'll lose the ability to go anywhere with my life.
These are all the things you willingly did to me, so sucks to suck.
I'm so sorry, Marley. I'm so very sorry for what I've done. I had so much going on in my life and never had enough time to think it all through, leading to me taking everything out on you at home.
Oh?
Forgive me, please. I'm being honest about this.
I will never forgive you. Being married to you for the past year has really been a total waste of that year for me because every single day was crappy. All because you went and held my father's company by its throat, threatening him with taking it away unless he gave me to you as a wife. And because of you, the trust that had existed between your uncle's company and my parents' factory was destroyed. What you did to everyone is going to stick around in everyone's minds for a very long time. And it will never, ever be forgiven by me.
Come on now, Marley. It's a fact that I really did fall in love with you at first sight. I really loved you as my wife and have never wanted you to go. I love you, Marley. Please trust me.
If that's actually the truth, you've only made everything that's happened even more unfathomable and horrendous.
How dare you?
I told you to stop acting like the victim, right? I'm going to send you and your parents to hell to regret what you've all done to me for an eternity. It feels so good to be taking care of all this trash as a piece of trash myself. I am laughing my ass off over it. After that, Zane ended up being forced out of the company and became unemployed. Then, both him and his parents were all forced out of Faye's house and were then considered homeless. At that same time, I took all the evidence I had to the police and made my case against all three of them that they had abused me. And not too long after, during a court hearing, the judge ruled that all three of them would be charged with domestic violence against me and would have to spend years in prison for it. The company that Zane had been the CEO of was also taken over by a new man, and he took action against Zane with the help of the shareholders and sued him for embezzling company money. He already had a lot of debt to begin with, but now he'll have to fight for his life when he gets out of prison, as there is no way he's making it without at least 80 hours of work per week. Thank God I got divorced from him when I did, or else all of that would be just as much of a problem for me as it is for him. As for my life after the divorce, I went and took my house back from my parents and then proceeded to cut ties to them. I understand that they wanted to protect their company and factory, but they wasted a year of my life away sending me to be with Zane, and I will never forgive them for that. I want to keep a lot of distance from all of those people, my family and Zane's. So I found myself a new job working for Faye, where I get to leave town every couple of weeks to either head across the United States or head overseas. While hoping to find myself a new man that will actually treat me as his equal, I'll be saving up money and enjoying my life of freedom. Nova, that boyfriend of yours is way too simple of a man. The fact that you're going out with a man like that just goes to show you have no idea what you're doing. Luckily, I was able to come in and help you guys out.
Jen, I seriously can't believe you right now. Why did you come and kiss Fred like that? You know that Fred and I have been dating for a little while now, right?
That's why I'm saying it's best that someone like you give up on him. I get that I'm a really cute woman and all, but didn't you just see your boyfriend falling for me just then?
You're the one that's behind all of this, not him.
Stop making things out to be more crazy when they're not. I haven't done anything at all besides show up to see the both of you. But of course, going out to see you guys having some drinks together, well, I guess a few things just happened to happen, right? And one of those things being your boyfriend falling for a woman like me.
Why exactly were you coming out to find Fred and I while we were having drinks together? Tell me, why are you even getting involved with the two of us at all right now?
I have no other choice. He was the one that said he wanted to see me sometime while out having drinks. So I couldn't just say no to that, so I decided I'd come out and meet you both.
Have you ever heard of such a thing as leaving a couple be when it comes to things like this? Just because he said he wanted to see you sometime doesn't mean you should be going out to see him when he's with me. So far, it seems that neither of you care about how I feel in this situation at all.
Well, I was just there to say hi, but then we both started to get a little bit too drunk and, well, we couldn't control ourselves at that point. Also, what's so bad about me kissing him once or twice on the lips? That only improves his value, right? Nova, I think you're just a stick in the mud right now. Why can't you just open up a little and have some fun like us two are?
That's unbelievable, the way you think about this.
Who cares? You and I are close to one another. Don't get so upset about me wanting you to share your man a little. And by the way, I shouldn't be blamed for this anyway. Fred should be the person that you're upset with, right? He's going out with you right now, yet he leaned in for that kiss with me.
Either way, I feel you both are to blame. And because of this, I'm breaking up with Fred. You can have him all you want now, if that's really what you've been after. You be like my successor or something.
What? I don't need him. I don't want a man who thinks it's okay to kiss other women while he has a girlfriend. To me, he needs to get a grip on what it means to be a proper man. I think I can find myself a better man than him, and I already know a few who could suit me.
You're kidding me, right? You were the one that was just kissing him at the bar the other night.
It's not my fault that Fred fell for my looks and came at me. Fred only started to look decent while going into college, right? Maybe he thinks now that because he's good looking, he can do whatever he wants with women. Which means when he heard a cute woman's voice like mine saying hi to him, he went right for me. I guess he's not used to being good looking yet, which is frickin' uncool.
You were the one that allowed him to start kissing you though, right?
And I'm saying that was fine. I'm not going to take a man like him as my boyfriend, though. If he were to get married, then he'd be a danger to me, jumping on other women like that. And the same thing goes for you. So you should be thankful that I came out then and was able to show you the true man that Fred is.
I'm really tired of you always changing your reasoning for things on me. Just leave this all be now.
Nova, listen to this. That woman is really pissed off right now.
What woman are you talking about? What happened?
You know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Jen. That bitch was totally fine with taking other women's men, but once it happened to herself, she totally lost it and went off the deep end. What the actual hell is wrong with her? She's such a frickin' jerk.
Hey, you're getting pretty worked up over her now. What happened? Did you talk to her boyfriend again or something like that? Get her all angry?
That's right. That freak is totally screwed in the head, right? She seems to think of herself as someone we all need to respect, and yet, does she really think that I'd want such a stupid man as that who thinks that Jen is actually worth dating? Hell no.
Honestly, I can agree with you on that.
I remember when you told me about what she did with your boyfriend at the time. And then she went on to say it was totally okay because you both were close and that she didn't want him anyway, right? She was laughing about the fact that she went and kissed a stranger's boyfriend. Yet when her boyfriend is talking to another woman about some light topic, she's going to freak out. She's mental.
Yeah, she really is. And thank you for reminding me of all that.
I'm sorry. It's just I'm so shocked by the way she thinks she can act. I don't want anything to do with her anymore. Why did I have to end up getting a job at the same place her boyfriend is working at?
True. That was some really unfortunate luck on your end. There really is no way for you to avoid her now unless you went and quit your job there. It is just a part-time job.
And to make things worse, she's trying to get back at me now for what happened. She sends me all sorts of pictures and videos of her and her boyfriend making out to try and get me all jealous. I'm actually going to vomit after seeing all of them. Is she actually that freaking toxic about men? What is she thinking, sending a random stranger videos of them both in bed making out like that?
She was trying to do things like that with me before, so I went ahead and just muted all the notifications that came from her. That way I didn't have to think about her anymore and wouldn't be obligated to take a look at what she sent. I should just block her, but I'm sure that doing that would only make things worse, and I think the same thing would go for you both.
Seriously? I love the fact that you just mute people without a care in the world. Makes me laugh. But hey, that's a really smart thing to do. There's no reason to be looking at all her texts and crap, right?
That's exactly right. Because no matter what she's doing, everything that I have to see and hear from her damages me. And if she were to keep that stuff going on for the rest of my life, then she'd really be ruining my joy. I really want nothing to do with her. At all.
I can see that, and the same goes for me. There really is no reason for any of us to be bothered by her. Man, when everyone is against a woman like that, then it really is just worth ignoring her for the rest of time.
I don't ever want to have to talk to her or see her again, ever. Even after what happened between her and I before, I can just tell that if she were to see me again, she would act like nothing ever happened and try to be friends. And I don't want any part of that bullcrap. Seriously, I want to know what is mentally wrong with her.
Wait, do you think that she's doing all that on purpose? Now that I think about it, I am a little interested in learning if she's acting like that on purpose or if it's just a mental disability that she has. Could it be that she thinks what she's doing is totally okay and that it's the rest of us who are wrong? Maybe she's just so insecure of herself that she has to take those insecurities out on others to make herself feel bigger.
Now you're really thinking. And yeah, I think the same thing.
Your wedding is coming up really soon here, Nova. Man, I am so happy to see that you found yourself such a handsome and loving man to marry. You have a wonderful marriage with that older man.
He's only a year older than me, but thank you. I never thought that I'd become so attached to the guy, to the point that I was thinking he's the only guy for me, and is. This whole marriage thing happened so quickly that it doesn't even feel like we dated one another before this. Well, I'm glad that I'm here with him forever now. Now I don't have to worry about finding myself a man anymore.
That's true. By the way, about your wedding that's coming up, you made sure not to invite Jen, right?
Jen, you think I'd invite that bitch to my wedding? I literally have 0 reasons to invite her. There are no good memories that I have of her, so why bother bringing her to my wedding? Why did you even ask me that question?
Well, it's just... The man that May's older sister married still seems to have something going on with Jen and all, and that's pissed May off quite a bit now.
What? May's older sister? I remember her. Back when I was kind of a friend of Jen's, we'd always go over to May's house, and her sister would take us out in her care whenever she had the chance. Is that really who you're talking about? And Jen is really messing around with her husband now.
That's what it seems like. I'm not sure what's been going on with Jen for the past 2 years, but it seems she's evolved into messing with people's husbands now. Maybe it's because everyone our age isn't bothering with her anymore, so she's gone after someone older?
What? Are you sure? But that man's married now, right? To May's older sister. Doesn't she know she's going to get in a lot of trouble for doing that?
That's a very good point. That's why currently May and them are working on a plan to expose Jen and all that. May isn't all too sure what could happen to Jen after, but she needs to try.
I'm sure May doesn't even want to meet with Jen anymore. I'm sure that if Jen and her were to talk ever again, Jen would just laugh in her face about all of it.
I'm not so sure she would, though. I know that Jen is a total idiot and a jerk, but she knows that what she's doing has to be insane. Especially when it's her friend's older sister's husband she's getting with.
I see. Jen's really the worst person I've ever had the chance of knowing. Kinda regret ever having anything to do with her back in the day when we were kind of like friends.
Well, before she started to become interested in men, she was a pretty fun girl that was a little bit weird. Although sometimes when there were other guys around at parties and stuff, she would start getting a little carried away.
Yeah, I remember all that. Well, let me know that Jen is not invited to the wedding, so it's a safe place for her to come.
Are you crazy, Nova? What did you think you were doing, not sending one of your friends an invite to your wedding? I had to ask around for all the details so that I could make it here today, so be thankful for that, all right?
Jen, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about your wedding, Nova. I just got to the wedding venue a second ago. I heard through the grapevine that today would be your special day, thankfully. But come on, what are you doing, woman?
What? I never invited you to my wedding, though. Wait, did you actually come all the way out here today?
What? What do you mean by that? Are you saying that it wasn't just some mistake on your part?
It wasn't a mistake. I never invited you to my wedding because I didn't want to. So why did you come here?
Well, I'm here because I wanted to celebrate your wedding today. What's going on here, Nova? You and I are really close to one another, right?
Do you really think something like that? I really hope that I've just gone mad and didn't actually hear you say that. Because you and I aren't close to one another anymore. If anything, we're pretty far from close now.
Huh? Wait. You and I always played together in the past, right? Well, once I got my first boyfriend, though, I was always with him and sort of started to forget about you and everyone else. Are you pouting about something like that right now?
So that's what you thought then.
And another thing, why didn't you ever get around to introducing me to your fiancé before today? I actually didn't hear anything from you about finding a man and getting engaged to him.
I had no reason to ever introduce you to him. I bet if I were to have introduced you to him, you would have tried to lay one of your nasty fingers on him. You would try to come after him just like you've done with everyone else's boyfriend, right?
You're going on about that stuff too now? I would like you to be thanking me for all of that. I did all that as a way of making sure your guys' men were loyal to all of you and weren't going to try anything funny. I wanted to make sure that they were only interested in you guys and no other women.
You're being very rude right now. What I want to know is why. When you've been going and laying your hands on everyone else's boyfriends, you get all worked up about another woman talking to your man.
That's because they all know he's my boyfriend, yet they come up to him trying to flirt and laying their hands on him, right? You would never forgive another woman for doing that to someone you love, right? It's freaking wrong for women to even think about my boyfriend like that.
Wow. You really are one funny little clown. Anyway, it's time for my wedding now, so I have to go. And as for you, I never invited you here today, so you cannot come in.
Huh? You let me in right now, Nova.
Well, you've chosen the wrong day to come out here. There are people at my wedding that don't want to see your face. So you'll not be allowed in to come join my wedding today.
Even though I came all the way out here for you? You're just going to tell me to turn around and go home now?
Relax, Jen. I've invited some people out here today that would like to meet with you. So you can stick around there and wait for them to come out and talk to you.
You invited other people that like to meet me? Who are you talking about? Are they people that I actually know?
They are. They're people you probably know about more than any of us here. People that you might even know way too much about. Those that you shouldn't know anything about, really.
Huh? Who are you talking about, Nova? And they want to talk to me? What are you going on about right now?
We'll just stick around and wait in the front of the venue for them, please. I'm sure they'll come meet you out here very soon.
Hey, what the hell is going on here? Why did May's older sister and her husband come out to meet with me? Because of you, I just had to get an earful from the both of them.
Because of me, huh? I never did anything today. Today is my wedding day and I've been completely focused on that since I've put so much time and money into it. However, once you told me you'd come here, I knew you were up to no good. So how about you shut up now and take responsibility for your terrible actions?
I have no idea why you would have them both come out here to talk with me about all of that. May's older sister is furious with me right now.
Yeah, I'm sure she is right now. That just goes to show you went and did something so bad that you'd get her all riled up like that. By the way, are you beginning to worry a little? What happened to that calm and composed Jen I'm so used to having to listen to?
Shut the hell up. That guy was a married man. Because of that, I'm being asked to pay May's sister a settlement.
Oh, is that right? Well, that's just too bad. But completely understandable, right? After all, you went and hurt somebody really badly. And as far as I'm aware, hurting someone is a crime when it's done on purpose.
But it's his fault for coming on to me like that and asking me to come to him. So why am I the only one being asked to pay a settlement like that now? That's because you're not married right now, correct?
I'm sure if you were also married, May's sister would also feel a little bit different about things. And your husband would have wanted to make May's husband pay a settlement as well. But you're not married to anyone, so the only person that's going to have to pay up right now is you. If May's sister was going to divorce her husband, then perhaps she'd ask the both of you for a settlement, but who knows right now. Now you're going to have to pay up for what you've done since you went and hurt that couple.
Why are you not siding with me right now about all of this? You and I are friends, right? Right? Right now it feels like you're stabbing me in the back, which is so horrible of you.
Stabbing you in the back? I'm pretty sure it's been you stabbing everyone else in the back. How much longer are you going to try and act like a hero, you bitch? Don't freaking tell me you've forgotten about the whole incident where you went and laid your hands on my ex and forced us to break up. Tell me right now who the backstabber was, then, asshole.
I totally forgot about what happened back then. And back then it was your boyfriend who had come on to me at that bar. Why am I being blamed for what happened back then?
Him and I broke up completely after that. And then I went and cut ties to the both of you. From all the experience I've ever had with you and from all the stories I've ever heard from everyone else, whenever you're around, you bring everyone else pain. That's how much of a jerk you are. And this time you went for someone's older sister's husband? Was laying your hands on all your friends' boyfriends not enough for you or something? There has to be a limit to just how rotten and screwed up your ways of thinking really are.
But once I spoke to them just a little bit, they came right to me and called me cute and sexy, which made me feel so happy. I thought it was always so nice getting all those compliments from them.
That's the problem right there, isn't it? It's already pretty messed up of you to make moves on people's boyfriends just so they'll give you attention. But now you've gone and really done it by making a move on someone else's husband. I know I was saying that May's sister wouldn't be getting a settlement from her husband, but I'm not too sure about that. Because they look like they want a divorce now. If the divorce happens, are you going to be marrying her ex-husband then?
Of course not. I don't want to have someone's leftovers. I only wanted to put my hands on him because he was another woman's man.
I see. Well, I have nothing to do with all of that now, so who cares what you really are thinking? And what you plan to do next?
You do have something to do with all of this, though. Your best friend is in huge trouble right now and needs your help, right? This is all because of your frickin' wedding. Do something about this right now. Go and calm that whiny woman down for me.
I told you already, you're not my best friend. You're not even a friend to me. What else do you want me to do to explain that to you here? Is it really that hard for you to understand my text or something? The fact that you've laid your hands on so many men now that you do not belong to should land you in a perfect spot in hell.
Are you being serious about that? But you and we've been best friends this whole time, right?
Are you freaking kidding me, you jerk? No dang friend of mine would ever lay their hands on another friend of theirs' boyfriend. Now shut the hell up, pay off that settlement, and get lost, you freak.
Don't say things like that, Nova. To tell you the truth, right now I have a fiancé myself. We've both been working on our wedding and have even sent out our invitations to everyone. And pretty soon here, you should be getting that invitation to our wedding as well.
What? You did all of this when you yourself have a fiancé? What the hell happened? Are you mentally sick with something that makes you feel as though your own boyfriend or fiancé or whatever isn't enough for you? So the only way to help yourself feel better is to lay your hands on everyone else's men? Well, just to forewarn you, I'm not coming to your freaking wedding.
No way, but I never thought that it would even be a choice for you to come or not because you'd have to come. And of course, I made sure to invite people like May and Allie as well. If you all don't show up for my wedding, then it's going to look like I have no friends.
Listen here. About that wedding of yours, do you really think it's going to happen now after what you've done?
That's why I've been saying I'm in big trouble being asked to pay a settlement like that. I can't pay for any of that, so I need your help. And if my fiancé finds out about any of this, then he's going to be even more upset with me than May's sister.
Is that right? Well, I'm not interested in any of that, so that's all your problem. So try your best not to screw up anymore.
Don't say things like that about me. All right, I get it. I will apologize for everything I ever did. I promise you that I'll never lay a finger on your husband or anyone else's man from here on out. So please, could you lend me just a little bit of money so that I can pay off this settlement?
Huh? Did you hit your head on something hard just then? Why do you think that I should ever have to listen to you asking for money from me? Well, since this is how you still view things between us, then let me tell you this. From now on, I'm completely done with you. Consider this our ties being freaking cut.
Please, don't say that, Nova. I literally didn't think that things would turn into this today. Please, Nova, help me.
You really thought that you were going to be able to come all the way out to my wedding today, which I never even invited you to. I'm never going to even look at your texts or anything anymore, so leave me alone. Now you go and pay that settlement off and pray to God that your fiancé doesn't dump you here soon. And hopefully during these next few months you experience some of the hardest weeks of your life and perhaps even learn how to not be a freaking bitch. After that, Jen was forced to pay off the settlement to May's older sister, and on top of that, her fiancé found out about what had happened with her and left her. To make matters even worse for Jen, her now ex-fiancé was asking for a settlement from her as well, as for her to pay the cost of the wedding that was going to be cancelled now. That left Jen with no other choice but to work as many hours as she could each week, leaving her with zero time to lay her hands on any men. I took this chance along with May and Ellie to block Jen's phone number and everything else we knew on her. We plan to never see or talk to her again, so from now on, we're hoping our lives become a whole lot more peaceful again. Let me just say, the thought of never having to deal with her ever again has already made things so much quieter. Jen was left realizing that she didn't have any friends left and started to think again and again about doing all of those things to other women's men as such a bad thing. And as reality started to slowly close in on her, that she was in fact ruining everyone else's life by doing all that, it was far too late for her to accept the hell she now has to live in. And as we all like to say, this is exactly what she gets for being such a rotten woman. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you in the next story.
Hey, you old hag! You need to break up with my brother this instant! Hello? Is that you, Sophia? You're obviously Mark's little sister then. I'm taking good care of Mark, though. I don't care. I'm saying that you need to break up with him, all right? I won't let you both get married. I can't believe that he's going to go through with this marriage to you. I need to wake him up from this nightmare. I don't understand what you're wanting to say, Sophia. Mark and I have already gotten married. What the heck? How is that possible? We're married now, so of course we're not going to break up. That makes you my new sister-in-law. I hope that we can get along from now on as sisters. Why would my brother choose you to marry? I don't get it. You're just a misunderstood, ugly piece of crap that's wanting his money. That's such a crude thing to say, don't you think? Did you forget how to be polite with other people or something? You're after his money, right? My brother works for a really good company and he excels at his job. Aren't you just wanting his money for your own future success because it's a sure thing? Well, thank you for telling me more about the company he works for. I'm in no way after my husband's money, so please don't worry. I don't believe a word of that. With the pompous attitude that you have, what else would you possibly say? I am totally against this marriage, so you need to break up. How much influence do you think you have in the decisions we make? We've already gotten married, and the ceremony itself will be in the weekend. Why don't you just approve of our marriage? That is what pleases your brother the most, if you could do that. I will protect my brother at all costs from you. What do you mean, Sophia? You're older than my brother, aren't you? You're almost 10 years older than me. Why would such an old lady like you want to put her hands all over my brother for? Would you quit calling me old already? How is being a different age than your brother even related to how I feel about him? It's rather odd trying to explain this to my husband's sister. It's also strange to suddenly talk through a messaging app when we haven't been properly acquainted. How about we talk about it the next time we meet up together as a family? Maybe we can get along if we talk this out in person. Me and the wrinkly old piece of crap talking? Oh, please, save your breath. If you're going to talk like that, it seems a bit difficult to get along with someone who feels like this. I want my brother to have the best marriage, and what he chooses is an old hag who is ugly and looking to steal his money. My brother shouldn't be marrying such a woman, don't you agree? I have to keep telling you to reconsider your marriage, but you won't listen to me. You haven't been replying to my messages for a while. Are you there? Don't you think that's strange? Even if you're saying that it's strange, it seems like a problem between you and your brother. I'm not telling you to reply to my messages, Sophia. Can't you see a reason why Mark won't reply to you? Maybe it's because you're saying that he shouldn't be with me and saying horrible things about me? What the heck? There's no way that Mark would think like that about me when I'm just trying to protect him. Absolutely no way. Well, if you think so, then everything should be fine, right? If it were me, I don't know what I would do if my family were talking badly about my spouse. This conversation is becoming pointless, and I don't like it. Oh, so you're saying this is my fault? You can't sink any lower if you're going to blame me for everything. Right, okay. No matter what you say now, it's getting on my nerves. How about we have a slow and clear conversation next time we see each other in person? I'll talk to Mark about it so that we can all talk about this together like adults. I just want you to know that we are happy together. I hope this puts your mind at ease a little bit. Hi, sweetie. So Sophia messaged me. She told me that she hadn't contacted you at all, but didn't you talk to her?
Yeah, I did. I got a load of messages from her. It's all these messages about how we shouldn't get married and to stop seeing each other and that sort of thing. I don't understand why she's sending me these types of messages. So I just didn't reply to her.
Oh, as I suspected. That sounds about right. It seems that she hates me.
She always used to follow me around. I definitely spoiled Sophia, as she was my baby sister, and she just wanted to be around her older brother. We're both almost in our 30s now. I didn't think it would go this far.
Sophia is 26, right? I think she's at the age where she should be leaving her brother to his own devices.
It might have been better to register our marriage without saying anything to her. Otherwise, she might get in our way of having a nice wedding ceremony. I'm really happy that we're married. I want to apologize about what Sophia's saying about you. Try to not let it get to you too much, okay?
It's not your fault, dear. I get it. It's all right. I'll try not to let what she said get to me.
I'm really sorry about her. She's a bit weird when it comes to me.
You have nothing to apologize for. Don't worry. I thought it would be nice if I could get along with Sophia. I'm hated more than I imagined, so I'm quite confused. I'm thinking about what I could do.
I'm just as surprised as you, love. I think you should just tell what you've done so far.
But I feel like she won't listen to me no matter what I say.
That's true, yeah. But it's my life, not Sophia's. She can't just decide things for me. If she keeps complaining about you and saying cruel things, we need to think of something to solve the Sophia issue.
I hope that we can all somehow talk to each other and understand our situations together, and then of course reconcile. I'll talk to her at family dinner after the wedding ceremony.
Thank you for considering all these things. I appreciate it.
Hey, it's for family. It's a pretty normal thing to do. Oh, thank God it's over for the both of you. Excuse me? What are you talking about? The wedding ceremony hasn't even started yet. What's over? What are you saying? You're both no longer husband and wife. You're a complete nobody to him now. I never have to look at your face ever again. What's that supposed to mean? I filed divorce papers for you both. You guys are already divorced now. I freed my brother from your grasp. I can't believe how good of a job I did to manage that. What the heck? You filed divorce papers without our permission? I sure did. Oh well, I bet you're really frightened of me now, huh? I'm not even remotely afraid of you, you know. No matter who you are as a sister-in-law, you've overstepped the mark. If you've gone this far, there is no way of coming back from it. Whatever you say, stranger. It's more of the fact that I'm completely satisfied with the fact that I saved my precious older brother from you. Save? Are you kidding me? You wanted to keep your brother away from anything that makes him happy? That's not the reason. An ugly, money-seeking woman like you will never get close enough to my brother. I saved him from you. Would you quit it with all your cruel and hateful words? You're just bullying me now. Do you have any idea what you've just done? You're not a suitable match for my brother. Now that you're divorced from him, you're no longer to get involved with him or our family. Do you really think my brother would love an ugly, gold-digging woman like you? You're dreaming. Now that the divorce papers have been filed, the wedding ceremony will be canceled. Yes, I guess there's no problems then. Wow, such a strong, ugly lady. What if I did things on my own terms? If it was all to lead to a divorce, Mark would be the only one who has to deal with the trouble. Huh? What are you talking about, you ugly woman? It wouldn't be like that. My brother's the best of the best. Even if he divorced a woman like you, he would bounce back really quickly. He's such a popular guy that he would be able to get an even more attractive and intelligent woman. You do know that I was once your brother's boss, and he was the one working for me, not the other way around. I don't believe you. You were his boss. Yes, even though you believe me to be the gold digger, it's funny that you're misunderstanding the money situation. Don't you think that as a boss that I wouldn't have money? You? Betty? A boss? An ugly woman like you? I already explained this to you when we first met. I'm pretty sure that Mark did as well. You really do lack the ability to listen to people, Sophia. Does this mean that my brother will be fired because of the divorce? Actually, you know what? That's fine. My brother is super talented and can get a fancier job like that. He will no longer be troubled by you if you're not around. Oh, is that what you believe? What are you trying to say, Betty? Shouldn't you be the one to decide whether you believe it or not? I'm going to inform Mark of the situation. Mark never gets angry with me because I'm his cute little sister. Sometimes he might make a troubled face at me, but in the end, he always forgives me. That means it'll all be okay. Wow, you have a lot of confidence, Sophia. I admire you for that. Don't you think that only applies to when you were elementary school students? With Mark knowing the circumstances, he said that he would cut you off and be estranged from you. Excuse me? Cut off? That's right. We were going to pay for your college tuition, and we were planning to pay for future study abroad expenses, but I suppose we'll have to cancel that. Pay for what? My college expenses? As a result of you being out of employment and having gone to a private university being a burden on your parents, I thought it was a tough situation to be in. Over the past year, I paid for it. But from all of this, even after graduating from college, you haven't been looking for a job and you've been living at home for the past 2 years already. You've messed up big time. Do you have any idea of how much trouble you've caused your family? You've paid everything for me. Why would you do something like that? As Mark's little sister, you were like family to me, and I made that decision to help you out. But now knowing that you've hated me this entire time, it's so awkward. I really thought that we could become friends someday, but as I kind of expected, the situation ended up like this. So it seems that whilst you'll be studying overseas, you'll be eating up all of your parents' money. You said that you filed the divorce papers, so of course I'll cancel the payments.
But, Betty, does this mean I can't study overseas now?
That's right, Sophia. Unless you use your own money. Your parents, myself, or anyone else for that matter, don't intend on helping you out after what you've done.
Betty, hang on a minute, okay? I had no idea up until now that you were doing this. Even though you said this all so suddenly, it's difficult for me to respond without knowing anything about it.
If you were at college, I'd be forcing you to drop out since you won't be able to afford it. Such a pity. But I'll make sure that you repay me for what I paid for you, and you'll need to repay your parents for all the trouble you've caused them. If you want to study abroad, you need to go on your own expense. I'll never support you financially again after the things you've called me.
Betty, don't be mad at me. I had no idea that this was the situation. You can't be that mad at me, surely.
I'm not just mad. I'm completely dumbfounded by your behavior. I don't want anything to do with you anymore, so just do your best by yourself. With that, I bid you farewell, Sophia.
Oh, wait, what's with the goodbyes, Betty? What am I supposed to do now?
Who knows? You can't come to the wedding ceremony. I don't think you're really part of the family anymore.
Huh? You're still going to have a wedding ceremony? How?
Today's Saturday, and I heard that the courthouse has a temporary window reception open, right? So I went there to confirm if divorce papers were filed in my name, and they were, so I canceled them, and now they're invalid.
Well, that means everything's fine now. I didn't do anything wrong then.
Don't you understand that it's not a problem that can be easily fixed?
Huh? What do you mean it can't be fixed?
You forged our divorce papers and submitted them, Sophia. I tried to call off the wedding, and as I expected, Mark is furious about it. I have no intention of dealing with you in the future. I hope that cutting you off will make all the difference.
Oh, wait, Betty, so I can no longer study overseas? And if I forged the papers, that means you're not divorced after all. Doesn't it mean that everything will be okay? It means nothing has changed, right?
My perception of you has changed. I thought of you as family, Sophia, and now I just see you as my enemy. Mark also sees you that way as well. He's cutting you off too. Don't even think about showing yourself around us ever again. We cringe at the sight of you.
Please, wait a minute, Betty. Let's talk this out. Can't we talk this out nice and calmly, like adults?
You would have been if you were dealing with the Betty who was nice and calm a few hours ago. Do you think I would now? It's all over, Sophia. You made the mess. You lie in it. I'm sorry it came down to this, but you're nothing but a stranger to us now. Don't come anywhere near our wedding ceremony or else.
Betty, I'm really sorry. Please accept my apology. I was so terrible to you. I realize that now. I know you and my brother are really mad at me, but please look into your hearts and forgive me. I can't live on my own if my family abandons me. I was really looking forward to studying overseas. Please let me go. We're family, right? Please, I'm on my knees here. Forgive me for what I've done.
I'm not forgiving you for anything, you horrible little girl. You pushed your brother too far this time, and you're just being a complete nuisance to everybody. Why don't you go and cry on your own and let us live in peace, all right? Don't contact me again.
Please, Betty, don't do this. Please don't leave things like this. Please don't abandon me. I have nowhere to go.
It's too late, Sophia. Did you finally realize that you picked the wrong person to pick on? You're just a piece of crap, you horrible little girl. When it came down to the problem at hand, the divorce papers were discarded by Betty and Mark got married without any issues. Sophia came to the ceremony in tears, but she was not allowed inside. She was completely amazed by the actions of her brother and her family. It seems that she had no choice but to be at a loss after her brother and family cut her off and was isolated from them. Once Betty and Mark got married, they lived happily ever after. Sophia had no place to go, and the study abroad program she was looking forward to vanished. She was forced to pay back her tuition and started working part-time as a live-in babysitter. Right now, it seems like she's living alone without the support of her family. Her problems were self-inflicted, so there's no way of rescuing her from this fate.